As temperatures rise, tempers flare in Port Charles according to the latest spoilers for June 19 through June 30. The only word to describe how Carly feels is livid, while Drew does everything he can to deal with their difficult situation. Meanwhile, something manages to fluster the unflusterable Ava, which is kinda terrifying when you think about it. And someone is about to wind up on the wrong end of Spencer's anger. But who? Read on and we'll tell you what we know now that they know they are father and daughter, Curtis and trying to work on forging their new relationship. Why is Austin suggesting Laura proceed with caution? Will the interesting offer that Jordan receives be the kind that changes lives? Nina's reflexes will be tested when she has to think on her feet. Check out last week's funniest soap quotes, including one featuring Spencer and Trina. Man, times have changed, as evidenced by the fact that Ava, yes, Ava, finds herself in a situation where she's actually the voice of reason. Drew takes a meeting with Sam that could impact his future. Liz offers sage advice to Portia. As he and Molly continue to process their situation, TJ finds himself opening up to her mom, Alexis. Fresh off yesterday's offer, Jordan finds herself dealing with an unexpected visitor. Jordan decides it's in her best interest to take the high road, leaving us to wonder exactly what might have lay in wait at the end of the low road. Does all of this have anything to do with the fact that Curtis winds up with a bit of explaining to do, or what manages to take Sasha by surprise? Well, this is a moment that's been a while in the making. When Gladys is summoned by Cody, might she find herself having to pay the piper? And if so, how will she scrape up the money to do so? Sam is interrupted. We're not sure upon whom Tracy is about to unleash her fury, but we kinda feel sorry for them. Meanwhile, someone passed the popcorn because a riled-up Tracy usually makes for one heck of a show. Drew thought he planned for every contingency, yet he's completely blindsided by what winds up going down. When Selena is called upon to help two parties settle a difference, it really raises only one question. What's in it for her? Mikkel can't help but feel grateful. Alexis may no longer be a lawyer, but that doesn't mean she can't offer wise counsel. Will the suggestion she makes be taken in the spirit with which it was offered? Maurice Bernard spills the beans about his scary-looking co-star, who isn't nearly as bad as people think. As Drew's situation continues to unspool, Carly is positively livid. Meanwhile, Olivia searches desperately for answers in the hope they might provide some clarity. As for Drew, he draws a line in the sand and makes it clear he's not budging. Wonder how Finn will feel about the latest clash between his friend Tracy and his dad, Gregory. And if sparks begin flying between this pair, which we definitely support, how will Alexis feel, especially given her complicated history with Tracy? When Lucy takes Maxie into her confidence, will the younger woman be able to keep what she's told under wraps? Spencer and Trina fans won't want to miss today, as their favorite couple try and carve out a little quality time together. What's got Brooke Lynn so worked up? Laura makes it clear she's totally in Anna's corner, urging the former spy to keep the faith. Here's something we haven't seen nearly enough of lately: Alexis and Diane catching one another up with recent events. The last time they spoke, Alexis admitted she misses practicing law. Might Diane have figured out a way to help her gal pal get back into the game? Nina catches a glimpse of someone familiar. Nina thought she might possibly have a moment or two to breathe easily, but it turns out she was definitely wrong. When Laura sets about laying down the law, is she doing so in her capacity as mayor, or on a more personal level? Ava is not a woman who is easily shaken, but something has both her and Austin rattled. When Trina shares how she's really feeling with Jocelyn, might it have to do with the time Spencer is having to spend with Esmond? Martin may be the attorney, but Lucy is the one acting in his defense. Ava is about to go from rattled to downright panicked. Maxie takes Brooke Lynn into her confidence. Lucy realizes she might need an assist and turns to Felicia. As Carly gets still more bad news, Sunny makes an offer, but is it the kind one can't refuse? Being an upstanding guy, Drew makes a promise which we have to assume he has every intention of keeping. Austin hasn't always been the most forthright fellow, but today he's downright unrepentant. Who's issuing Elizabeth an invitation, and is it one she'll decide to accept? We all know Spencer can have a temper, and today someone or something's going to trigger it. Sam and Dant make time for one another and a special date night. Having solved a few crimes in his time, Curtis finally manages to put 2 and 2 together. What will he do with the conclusion that equation brings him to when Zeke tracks down Jordan? Is it for a chat, or perhaps to continue exploring the chemistry they had from the moment they crossed paths? Sasha feels she can open up and be completely honest with Sunny. Something manages to catch Finn completely off guard. Trina applies a bit of pressure where Mom Portia is concerned. Viewers are always talking about how General Hospital needs to trim its cast, and that advice got taken to heart ahead of the show's official fan convention the weekend of June 9, as the adorable boys who play baby Ace Cassadine got their first haircuts. Mom Lana Clay posted the most precious video of scene stealers Jay and Joey getting their wispy locks snipped. They sported tiny barber capes and enjoyed driving in their little race car seats like miniature Mario Andretti. Why don't adults get salon chairs like that? We're jealous. Hilariously, one fan on Twitter insisted that first child is not Ace, and Clay had to assure them, "My sons share the role. They're twins." Baby Ace got his first haircut for all his fans, the proud mama tweeted. And we are wishing everyone a fantastic time at the #convention. If that isn't heart-tugging enough by itself, Clay's video of the momentous occasion over on Instagram was set to Never Grow Up by Taylor Swift. Yes, I may have teared up. More than once. Before we know it, baby Ace will grow up, but until then we'll enjoy cutie patooties Jay and Joey and their stylin' new does. It looks like Victor Cassadine's diabolically unforgettable run on General Hospital has come to a close, with plenty of fireworks to spare. The villain went out in a blaze of glory after an airstrike took him and the haunted star out, putting an end to the Cassadine and his master plan once and for all. While we weren't entirely sure how things would shake out after the explosion from Friday's cliffhanger, Victor's body was recovered on Monday, May 8, and he seems to be really, truly dead. Though you never can tell with the Cassadines, and we have thought he was dead a time or two before. We knew, of course, that Charles Shaughnessy was on his way out, seeing as how way back in April he acknowledged that his run on the show had come to an end. In response to praise for his portrayal, the actor tweeted his thanks, adding, "I have been so grateful for such a fun, meaty role, and the writers at General Hospital are giving Victor one of the greatest villain send-offs I can remember." What we didn't know was just how it would end, or how thrilling it would be. Friday's cliffhanger certainly had us worrying that it would be Spencer, rather than Victor, who bought the farm, but luckily the Cassadine hair is still with us, and the last of Miko's villainous generation would seem to be gone. It's an ending that was 40 years in the making, and while we're sad to see an actor the caliber of Shaughnessy exiting the soap, we have to admit, it was one heck of a ride. GH Spoilers Weekly Update for June 19 to 23, 2023. Tease the week ahead is full of an intriguing opportunity and fury unleashed. Tune in next week so you can catch all of the action in Port Charles. This week was a big one in Port Charles. Tracy Quartermaine, Jane Elliott, accused Drew, Cameron Matheson, of attacking Ned Wally Kurth. However, she ultimately had to admit the truth of what really happened to him. Unfortunately, Ned was in serious condition even if Drew wasn't the cause of his fall. Trina's, Tabiana Ali, dads experienced both happiness and sadness. First, Curtis, Donald Turner, enjoyed spending his first birthday as a dad, but Taggart, Rel Andrews, was sad that he wasn't Trina's real father. Elsewhere, Nina, Cynthia Watrous, took off her engagement ring, and she prepared to confess to Sunny. Morris Bernard. Coming up, expect to see Curtis and Trina continue to connect. Jordan, Tanisha Harper, will get an intriguing opportunity, and later she'll choose to take the high road. Before the end of the week, Tracy unleashes her fury, but who will be on the receiving end of it? Drew will be blindsided, but he sticks to his guns. Check out the daily breakdown below for more on what's coming up next. Curtis and Trina connect. Austin cautions Laura Jordan receives an intriguing opportunity. Nina must think fast. Ava is the voice of reason. Drew confers with Sam. Liz offers counsel to Portia. TJ opens up to Alexis. Jordan receives a surprise visitor. Jordan takes the high road. Curtis has some explaining to do. Sasha is taken by surprise. Cody summons Gladys. Sam is interrupted. Tracy unleashes her fury. Drew is blindsided. Selena mediates a conflict. Michael is grateful. Alexis makes a suggestion. Carly is outraged. Gregory and Tracy clash. Olivia is desperate for answers. Drew sticks to his guns. Lucy confides in Maxie.